Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard of the cronut, the croissant donut. But have you heard of the Chopin? Chopin croissant. That blew my mind. We are in, I think it's the Manila Flower Center, so I believe it's not far from QC, and it's the Sampaloc area around Manila. And we're on the hunt today to find the best Paris that we can in this area. So we're gonna hit 3 shops and decide by the end of it which is the best. Pares is made by boiling beef brisket in a pot with water, salt, and usually some onions. Once the meat is tender, it's transferred to a bowl and set aside. The soup and the stock are set aside as well, and that's what they serve next to it. In another pot or pan, they usually saute some ginger, some garlic, some onion. They add back the boiled meat, stir it a few times, and season it with soy sauce, brown sugar, star anise, and pepper. The stock is then added back into it and simmered. Sometimes they'll add some cornstarch just to make the sauce a little thicker. Some people will just serve as is, others will put sesame oil, and others will finish with some fried garlic. Start first with Noodle King, Pares, and Mami House, right next to the huge flower market. I got a very typical spread in front of me. Pares, got some garlic rice with some fried garlic right on top. I think it's fried garlic. It's fried garlic. Some sort of chili paste. I'm gonna taste that first. Yeah, that's supposed to be the same thing. And then obviously you got some calamansi. So let's start, and some soup. We'll start with the soup. I think we need to figure out a process, because we're gonna get the same thing in every kind of place. So we'll start always with soup, then we'll move to beef, then we'll do chili, rice, and then get everything together. So soup first, very clean, very light, possibly very addicting. Now we'll get some beef. So I'm looking for a good combination of beef cubes like this, and then having some beef fat just like this. So a mix of both ideally is the best. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure to taste that sauce as well. Very sweet. Not bad, but very sweet. The sauce is very viscous. I'm gonna try that with the rice, so break that down, add a little bit of oil, some of the sauce, try the rice. Oh look, Mon, I found a vegetable. Fried rice is bits of vegetables in there. The fried rice is actually pretty decent. It's pretty good. All together, it comes together nicely. So what is Paris exactly? A lot of people, when they think of it, think of the beef Paris, which they think is just the beef. But actually, Paris comes from the word pairs, which means the combination of things. So the rice, the stock, and the beef, all together, that's beef Paris. As we saw in location 2, you'll also see some chicken Paris, some pork Paris, some beef Paris. So when you hear Paris, don't necessarily associate it with beef. You've got kanin, sabaw, ulam. The perfect pair, Paris. Take it away. So this is what an OG eatery should be like. Basically, we're standing behind people, pressuring them and looking at them to finish. We were at the Noodle King Paris Mami House. That's a mouthful, isn't it? A while ago, and it wasn't too full, but now we are at the original Paris Mami House, and it's absolutely packed. It looks pretty delicious, pretty legit, so I can't wait to sit down and eat a bowl and just kind of just keep eating. That's like all we're doing today. Just eating, eating, eating. I never knew butter chicken was actually a thing in the Philippines. I always thought butter chicken, well, I associate it to Indian cooking, but a lot of people also associate it to American Indian cooking or British Indian cooking, and it's delicious, but I've never seen a butter chicken deep fried, so I feel like this is a very different iteration of it. It's like fried chicken with butter, and it's a mountain of it, and it's good. But now, onto the Paris. Same as last time, we're gonna start a little bit with the soup. Very hard to distinguish, more or less the same thing. Then I'm gonna get some of the meat. So again, pretty good ratio of fat, cartilage, and beef. Try that out. More balanced. Definitely more star anise, more spices, more soy, less sweetness. The chili's a bit lighter, not as dark as the other one. I'm gonna try that with my garlic fried rice. No vegetables this time. With some of my sauce. All right, so before we go to our third location, I wanted to thank the sponsors of this video. Obviously, this is brought to you by Skillshare. It's in the caption already below. And I just wanted to talk about like what they have to offer because I think it's really great. The number one question I always get online is how did I learn to do this? To film, to produce, to edit, to write, all these production things that I did not go to school for. So a site like Skillshare is extremely helpful because it has close to 17,000 videos made by professionals in their field that can teach you about exactly what you want to learn about. For me personally, I took the course with Phil Ibener, which is about 48 videos. It's 3 hours and 30 minutes basically talking to you about how to make better videos and how to understand the whole ecosystem of production, which for me was the catalyst of starting and understanding so that I could produce my own content and try to produce more professional content. If you get the premium membership, you get unlimited access to these files. So you can watch 48 videos like I did in a month, or you can watch 100 videos or 500 videos. It's really up to you. And honestly, at $10 per month, it's probably the most affordable one there, especially because you get all that unlimited amount of content. But just for you guys, we have a link down below, so make sure you look at the caption. If you click on it, you get basically 2 months free of a Skillshare premium membership, which is pretty awesome. But we get to cap it at 500 people. So the first 500 people that click that link, I'm also gonna put it up on Instagram, will get a free access for 2 months on Skillshare. How cool is that? Okay, enough talking. Back to you, Erwan. See ya. Yo, so this place is proper legit. It's been open since 1976, which is 42 years, which is crazy. I don't know a lot of restaurants that have been able to withstand time that well. So it's very clean. I don't know if it's newly renovated or if this is the original location or if it originally looked like this, but they tout themselves for serving real, home-cooked Filipino comfort food. What I saw on the buffet line is more on a Chinese Filipino penchant, which makes a lot of sense because they do say pares kind of has that Chinese influence, the anise and the stew and all that. But Jonas is actually believed to have come up with the name pares. So is it true? I have no idea. We should talk to some food historians, but let's put that to the test. But before that, there are two things that I saw. Number one, when I see chicken feet, you know, I'm a simple man. I order it because chicken feet is always really good. I don't know why people are weirded out by this. It's fatty, it's delicious. That's actually really good. But the thing I saw that blew my mind, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard of the cronut, the croissant donut, but have you heard of the Chopin? Chopin croissant. It is a thing. I believe this is the first of its kind. I've never seen this ever. So it's basically a croissant that's made with Chopin dough and stuffed with some sort of sausage inside. Let's try the pares. Let's taste the soup first. This is much clearer than the last one. That is the cleanest soup we've tried so far. Now I'm gonna try some of the pares itself. Much more liquid than the other one. Much more soy sauce, so very more on the salty side, soy umami side. And there's more beef than there is fat. So this definitely has a more Chinese flavor to me. Beef on the rice, no chili garlic here. Or maybe there is, I just didn't get it. It's okay. I think the chicken feet's really good, but in terms of everything we tried today, I believe the original Paris Mami House was my favorite. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed that video. If you have any type of food category that you think we should explore, just like the Paris, please let us know in the comment below. I'll read through it. If there are any carinderias or eating spots or eateries you really think should be featured and that we should talk about, please do put it in the comments below and we'll try to get to them eventually. Thank you. Bye.